So I'm curious, which stage of tech grief are you in? Are you a service-based business owner, or you're a CEO of a service-based business, and you've had the lovely experience of having to implement a tech stack only to find that somewhere along the way somebody did something dumb, and you find out in hindsight some really bad thing. Like, for instance, I had somebody who I was working with who accidentally had been deleting their contacts for a whole year and didn't know about it. So when you implement tech, it's always the hindsight lessons that are the most, well, I wouldn't say valuable. They're the most expressive. So which stage of tech grief are you in? Stage 1 is denial, meaning that you are sitting there going, I can do it all by myself. And that is stage 1 of the tech. That's stage 1 of tech stack grief. So if you're in stage 1, it just looks like you being like, I don't want to spend money on it, so I'm going to just figure out how to do it myself. Which brings us to stage 2, which is anger, meaning that along the way somewhere you figure out that you can't actually do it yourself, because the reality is, as much of an expert as you are in your business, there are specific people out there that are experts in tech, and that is an expertise all on its own. So when you get to stage 2, anger, it means that you've just realized, I actually can't do this myself, which brings us to stage 3, which is bargaining. And stage 3 is when you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I can't do this myself. It's all messed up, and you build a bunch of workarounds to try to make what you have just work. Now, the biggest problem with this is if you ever plan on scaling your business, you will not be able to scale your business if your business is built on tech workarounds. I promise. Just take my word for it. But the reason is because your processes are too complicated, because your workarounds are not going to be smooth. For instance, if you have a process or a workflow that takes 5 hours, chances are there are a few workarounds you've got brewing in there that make the process actually go longer. So for instance, your 5-hour workflows probably only need to take 3 hours. And if you were actually using an elegant and efficient process, you wouldn't actually have to use all of that time to get that job done. Yeah. But maybe you're in the 4th stage, which is acceptance. And that is when you and I have a longer conversation. So I have officially opened my doors. Here is the deal with time. And you know this from your own business and your own workflows. There are only so many hours in the day. And so I have officially opened up spots, but I'm only accepting 15 applications for this audit. Now, the reason I'm doing these audits is they're short and simple spurts where you're actually going to get a game plan on your lowest hanging fruit. First off, what you actually need to tackle in your tech setup to become an efficient and effective business. Now, this isn't to say that all your problems are going to be fixed in 2 weeks, but I will say that if you, one, have a list with your lowest hanging fruit on there first, you're going to know what is going to drive the biggest impact the fastest, which then brings us to 2, meaning that I will also help you establish what you need to build going forward that's going to enable you to grow and scale with your tech stack. The biggest problem I've seen over the last 8 years of consulting is people build their tech stack for today and they do not think about tomorrow. And the biggest problem with that is that that's fine as long as you don't plan on growing your business at all. So, okay, if you don't plan on growing your business at all, then don't actually apply down below. But if on the off chance you do want to grow your business, then let's have a longer conversation about how your tech stack can actually help you do that and not hurt you while you're doing that. Because I'm on a mission to save every business 10 hours a week. Let's start making those 40-hour work weeks 30 hours because we can, because tech can help you do that. And I can show you how. So I'll see you there.